In this video, we are going to look at algebraic expressions that involves fractions. So now we want to look at now how do we simplify such fractions. So the first one, we have the first example here, 1 over a plus 2 over 3a, our b, 2 over ab plus a over b minus b over a. Our c here will have 1 over m plus 2 over m. Our d will have 2 plus 4 over y minus 3 divided by 2y. Now we are going to simplify each algebraic expression given. So let's begin by the first part here. So now whenever you have an operator such as positive or negative, you need to find what we call the lowest common denominator. So for the first part a here, we can see that the denominator for the first part is a and the denominator for the other part is 3a. So here we want to find the lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator is a number or an expression in which two or more denominators can go without leaving a remainder. So here, from here, we can see that the lowest common denominator is 3a. And the reason is simple. A can go into 3a, 3a can go into 3a. So here we have our 3a. Now we begin. So we need to divide now a into 3a. So a into 3a. So you can just see that our a will cancel, giving us a 3. Then we multiply by the numerator. So 3 by 1 is 3 plus. Then we also divide now 3a into 3a. We can see that we have 1. Then 1 times 2 is 2. So on the upper part, we can now add 3 plus 2 is 5 over 3a. So this is our final answer for this question because it cannot be simplified further. Now let's move on. Let's try question B. Now for question B, the first part has a denominator of AB, the second B, the third A. So we also have to find the lowest common denominator here. Now the lowest common denominator is AB. So AB is the lowest common denominator because AB can go into AB, B can go into AB, A can go into AB. So we begin by AB into AB is just 1 times 2, 2 plus now B into AB. So B into AB, we can see that the B will cancel, leaving us A. So A times the A, we have A squared minus, then A into AB, our A will cancel, leaving us a B multiplied by B, where now we have our B squared. Now from there, we need to see if we can simplify it further, but we cannot simplify it further because the remaining part here consists of the unlikely term. So we just leave our answer here. Then let's check for the question C. Here, the lowest common denominator is just m, since the two fractions consist of the denominator of m, so the lowest party should just be m. M into m, the m will cancel, which is 1 multiplied by 1, 1 plus m into m, that's 1 times 2, 2. Then we add 1 plus 2 is 3 over m. Okay, now we can move on to questions C. Here, now, D. So here we can see that the first party is just the odd number. Then here we have the two fractions. So we need to make the first party to become a fraction. So therefore, we can just say 2 over 1 Then from there, we need to find the lowest common denominator for 1y and 2y. So the lowest common denominator here is 2y. Then we'll start now dividing 1 into 2y. So 1 into anything is equal to the same thing. So y into 2y is 2y times 2. We have 4y plus y. Now y into 2y, the y will cancel, leaving us the 2 times 4. We get 8 minus 2y into 2y. So these two are they are the same. We just are going to have the 1. So 2 into 2, 1 is 1 times 3. We get our 3 on top. Then from there we can see that positive 8 and negative 3 are like terms, so we can simplify this part. So we get now our 4y. Here we are going to have positive 5. We are going to subtract 8 minus 3 is 5 over 2y. So this is how we can simplify algebraic expression that consists of addition and subtraction. Now let's look at more examples. This time we are going to look at algebraic fractions where we have an operator of multiplication. So let's look at the first part here. We have the first part is a over 3 multiplied by 2a over 5. Let's b. Okay, so now here we are dealing with multiplication. So let's now see how we simplify fractions of algebraic that consist of multiplication. Okay, so now let's look at the first part here. So we can see that there are no common terms that we can cancel. So if you are trying to do the cancelling, what you have to do is you need to look at this part here. So we need to see if we have a common number or letter so that we can see if we can cancel. Now we can see that there is no common factor that we can cancel. So what we can just do here, we are just going to multiply direct. So we're just going to multiply the denominator of the first fraction times the denominator of the second fraction. So the first denominator here is 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. Then we multiply the numerator, which is the numerator is a multiplied by 2a. So our a will be raised to the power 2. So this is the answer for the first part. So we have 2a squared over 15. Okay, now let's check for the second one. So for the second one, we can see that we can do some cancelling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break some numbers into 2. My 3y will just be written like that times 2y over. Now what I'm going to do for 15 is same as 3 times 5. Then for 4 is same as 2 times 2. And the reason is simple. I've expanded each part so that I can cancel. So we can see that I can cancel the 3 here and also the 3 here. Then I can also cancel 1, 2 here and also 1, 2 there. Then from there we can see what remains. So y times y is y squared over 2 times 5 is just 10. Now let's look at question C. Now question C also here, we are going to do some expansion and we cancel the common factor. So what we are going to do is here we are going to say 4 times x since we have x squared times y over. Then we can see that 12 is same as 6 times 2, then multiply by a times our b. Then we have this operator, 6 times a times b times b times b. Since we have 3 b's over 8 can be written as 4 times 2 times x times y. So now from there, after we have done with the expansion, let's do with the simplification. So we can cancel some common factors. So I can cancel this 4 here. Then 1x, also I cancel this. Then this y and also this y can be cancelled. Now let's look at the opposite side. Here we can cancel this 6 and this 6, this a and this a, and the 1b and also this 1b. Now we can write the remaining. So on top of the first part here, we can see that we have x over, then on the denominator part we only have a 2 times from this side we can see that we have b squared over 2. So now our final answer, we can just multiply x times b squared is x b squared over 4. So that is how we can simplify our expressions like this. Okay, now let's move on to another example, but this time we are going to look at fractions that contains the division operator. So let's look at the first example here. We have 1 over 2a divided by 1 over 4 of a. Then our 2 Okay, now we can begin. So here what we are going to do is we can now begin. So here, so 1 over 2a is just the same as the a over 2. So this can be written as a over 2 divided by a over 4. So what we are going to do is we need to invert this division sign into multiplication. So after converting the division sign, we need to invert the fraction. So what it means by we need to turn. So we need to turn the fraction upside down. So the 4 must go on top, then our a must go on the bottom. So here we are going to have 4 over a. Then from there we can do the cancel. We can simplify by cancel this a and this a. Then we can also cancel 2. 2 here is 1, 2 here is 2. From there we can write the remaining part. So here is 1, 1 times 2 is 2 over with 1 which is equal to just 2. Okay, now let's move on to question B. So our B here, 15 x over 3y squared. So we need to invert to convert this one into a multiplication. From there we need to invert the fraction. We need to turn it upside down. So we are going to have 6y squared divided by 3x. Then from there we can see that now we can use the multiplication, where our 15 is just same as the 5 times 3 times x over 3 times y times y multiplied by, here we can see that this is 3 times 2 times y over here is just 3 times x. So now we can simplify, we can cancel these 3, this x and this x. We can also cancel this and this. From there, we can now see that we have this 5, we multiply with these 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. Over here, we can see that there is only 1. 1 into 10 is just 10. So that is our answer for part B. Now, let's move on. We look at part C. So here, we are going to do the same. So we have 7a b over 3a squared. This now will change to multiplication. Then we are going to turn the fraction upside down, where we are going to have 27a raised to the power 3 over 35ab raised to the power 2. From there, we are going to now expand the usual way. So 7 times a times b over 3 times a times a. Then here 27 is 9 times 3 times a times a times a over 35 is same as 7 multiplied by 5 times a times b times b. So now we can cancel. So this 7 cancel, this a and this one cancel, this b and this one cancel. So we can now cancel the other one. So from there we can see that this 3 and this will go a. So now we can deal with the remaining part here. So we can see that the first part, the numerator has 1, then here we only have 9. So 1 times 9 times a, we have 9a over. Here we can see that we only have 5a and the b. So 5 times b is 5b. So this is our answer for this question. So that's it. This is how you can now deal with algebraic expression that contains fraction. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.